I'm gonna tell you something, brothers. If you don't do it in 2026, you're just not gonna do it. I think we can all agree to that. I think we can all agree that, you know what, after 2026, I'm going to stop losing sleep over this. I'm going to stop setting my resolutions. If you don't do it in 2026, brother, you just not going to do it. Because it can't get any easier to do it than it is now. You know what I'm saying? Ever since 2020 and since the 19 and everything started changing, everybody knew they had to make the move. And everybody started putting things on paper. This is what I have to do to make this quantum leap. 2023, 2024, 2025, it should have been done at the latest. But if you don't do it in 2026, you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's never going to get easier than it is right now to make any kind of transition. You got the whole World Wide Web, you got social media, you got YouTube, you got Bitcoin going on, you got it's a million and one things for a man to get it out the mud if he really wants to. But if he doesn't do it now, man, he's just talking. And I'm going to say this, man, if you're just going to talk, you're better off just saying, hey, you know what? After 2026, I'm not even going to make any more resolutions. I'm going to stop journaling. I'm going to stop vision boards, the whole shebang. I'm just going to live my life in comfort and stop raising this imaginary bar, man. Think about this, man. And this is what I think about sometimes. Think about like people from, like, think about your grandparents, or if your grandparents are still alive, your great grandparent, or whatever. Think about the people that, because this is what I think about a lot. Think about the people that didn't have the opportunity that you have. Think about the people, not even your grandparents, just people in general that had a voice but had no platforms to put it on. Or think about the people that had all this knowledge but didn't have access to write books because there were so many middlemen. Or make movies or small films because there were so many middlemen. Or couldn't start that small shop because you had to have all these business licenses and all this kind of stuff. Think about what they were going through now. If they had any idea of what life was like right now, and they saw you just sitting on your ass making vision boards, bro, they would be doing donuts in their graves, man. They would be doing donuts in their graves. So it's like I'm convinced, man. Like, and when I say, like, whatever that thing is, man, like, you have to just do it. There are no more Sunday sermons you can hear to get you over that mountain. Like, there's nothing else to do and nothing else to hear but put the work in. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing else to do, man. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm not going to say that, man. I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to say it, man. What I'm starting to understand, and it's nothing new, but it's more evident now. The people that are moving in that manner, they're separating themselves from people that aren't. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have always moved like that, but I believe a lot of people are understanding now. Kind of like that phrase or quote, whatever would say, you're gonna move like the top 5 people you hang with or whatever it is. People understand that now. People understand that, hey, man, if this brother or this sister ain't about that life of getting it out the mud or moving to the next level or quantum leaping or leaving this block, you know what I'm saying, or getting off this substance or getting in corporate America or leaving this city, state, or country, if they're not in this time, if they're not in this mindset that it can be done, I can't even have any dealings with them. I can't even have any dealings with them is what a lot of people are understanding. You know what I'm saying? And all it comes down to, man, is it's really two things. Like, if you think about two things that are keeping people back, that are keeping you back, I'm talking to you, is, of course, it's gonna be like a fear and discipline. That, like, I can't think of anything else. Like, because when I say the opportunities are here, AI is pretty much doing everything you need to do, even if you don't know how to get into something, you know. But like I was saying, it comes down to, all I can think of is fear and discipline. And I've talked about fear enough. Like, you know, that's just the, you know, fear is, getting over your fear is just a you thing. Like nobody will ever be able to teach you enough or show you enough or give you any kind of gonad juice for you to overcome whatever fear it is you have to overcome. It ain't gonna happen. If it's a fear of you getting up in front of people talking, if it's a fear of you getting on a platform like YouTube talking, if it's a fear of you having to sell your product, if it's a fear of you having to put your knowledge or skill, in position for somebody to scrutinize, if it's a fear of you losing your job, not understanding what's going to happen after that, if it's a fear of you being, put in an arena where you're the only male or female or black person or Asian person or white person, you're going to have to get over that fear, man. Nobody's ever going to be able to help you get over that fear. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know any other way to tell a person to get over that fear of failure, except finding self. I don't know any other way to say it. Like, once you find self and you become one with your higher mind and you become one with source, like, all that stuff is irrelevant. Because what everybody else is doing and thinking and talking about, it has nothing to do with you anymore. You're moving in your purpose now. It has nothing to do with you, man. So I would say fear is one thing, and the other one is, and this is where I believe a lot of people get hooked up or get caught up or it's that discipline factor. Because even once you get the gonads to say, okay, you know what? I have fear to do this thing. I have fear to start this business or whatever it is. Once you start that business, like, that's just the first step. The second step is that discipline to maintain it, man. I believe this. I believe that some people just have, like, I believe everybody has certain things that they're just naturally good at and some things that maybe they're not, right? And I believe that when it comes to discipline, a lot of people can just say, hey, this is what I'm going to do, and just do it. But I believe a lot of people have to work at that thing. Like I said, maybe a video or two ago, man, I said discipline is like a muscle. It's something that once you do it, like once you set your plan in place, once you have your recipe, once you have your formula, and you start moving in that direction, you gotta understand, man, after you wake up that first day and start doing what you have to do, man, you're gonna be getting some resistance. And a lot of people will hit that resistance, man, and just fall back and say, hey, you know what? I'm not about that life. Like, this thing is not for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was supposed to do these 5 things and I only did 1. And they'll quit. Even after a week or 2 weeks, they'll say, hey, you know what? I'm only doing 2 or 2.5, of these out of 5 things I got to be doing, and I can't do it. So this is not for me. But it's just like going to the gym, man, building your bicep, man, or building some muscle. You got to get up every day and say, you know what? I didn't complete it yesterday, but I'm going to get this much better than I was yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I believe that's the deciding factor, man, because I believe, this is what I think, man. I think the majority of people think that once they start something, it's supposed to be in perfect form or fashion on day 1. They think it's supposed to be in perfect form or fashion on day 1. They think that first book is supposed to be a bestseller. You know what I'm saying? They think that first album or those first tracks are supposed to be Grammy worthy. They think that first YouTube video is supposed to get 1,000 views. They think those first 90 days of being a content creator, they're supposed to have viral videos, 100,000 subscribers, YouTube plaques. But you gotta understand, when you first start off, man, you're gonna be looking a little crazy. You're gonna be looking a little like, people gonna be like, dang, this brother just really ain't, like, he really ain't got this thing figured out. Like, he really don't know what he's really trying to. But you gotta understand, the only people that are saying that are people that have no motion. I was just talking about motion a few videos ago. The only people that are saying that are the people that have absolutely no motion. No motion. That's the only time you have that type conversation, man. So you can't even be worried about what those people are saying, bro. You can't be worried about what people are saying that aren't even moving, because those are going to be the same people that keep you in the same place on December the 31st of 2026. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, in 360 odd days, we need to have this same conversation. Matter of fact, I might just repost this same video and say, hey, who called a play and who ran the ball? Who did something? Because I'm gonna tell you, man, if you don't do something over the next 300 and some days, bro, it's not even odds. You're not going to do it. It's not going to get any easier than it is right now. So all I'm saying, man, is 2026, man. Be grateful that we're here and lock in, brothers.